Hey everybody, what's going on? UltimatDjz here from the Talking Track Podcast, and what we decided to do today was actually recap a little bit of the most recent podcast for you. So we took some of the clips because we felt like this was important for us to be able to talk about here in the community, and we wanted to reach you here on YouTube. So what we've done is we've taken a little bit of the podcast last night and condensed it down into this YouTube video for you to get the information and for you to weigh in. Before we get started though, please do subscribe to the channel. Click on the little bell notifier so you know about when we do additional new content. Click the little like button, give us a thumbs up, and be sure, most importantly, to leave your comments down below. If you've got questions, we want to answer them for you. So without further ado, here's a little bit from the podcast the other night so that you too can know what is going on. But Big, you and I were talking about this a little bit ago. Actually, the way that you summarized it was the way that I've been searching to summarize it for like the last week, you know? And I think the way that you described it, and you can read it out if you know what it is, but it was really simple.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the conversation with several members of, my alliance and some other alliances, and, definitely it seemed to be like, when you look at it like that, you're like, oh, okay, you know what? Nah, that does seem right. And to me, that there's the same amount of free events that we typically have every day or every weekend. The same amount of free events. And then scopelys is introduce some events where if you want to do them, buy some extra tickets and you do some extra events.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I found your quote. In my opinion, there is the same amount of free events and arguably more free reward and even better options for more if you wanted to pay. Listen, I did, Big Country, bang my head against the wall in the official Discord a little bit for people who were just, screaming that the game is now pay to play. Oh, now you got to pay to do everything. Now scopelys making us pay just to participate. No. I mean, I understand how I do understand how that it can look that way. Totally get it. All right.
But I think
I get it.
But I mean, there's like plenty of events that are out there that are still, deep, great rewards and that don't cost anything. I think that it's almost like people complain when there's a lot to do, and then people complain when there's not a lot to do. Listen, if there's a lot to do and you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Don't get stressed out about it. It's supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be enjoyable.
Play at your own pace. Play at your own pace.
Your own pace.
That's the key words that I've been kind of saying to people is play at your own pace. The point is this, okay? During the ticketed event days, all right, there's literally just you know what? Just for like the first couple of weeks, Big, I actually do kind of wish that there were no ticket that there were no ticket packs. I wish for like the first week or even the first 2 weeks, okay, that it should have been that there were no packs. Like literally you were forced to choose just to kind of warm people up to it. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, if you want to introduce pay packs so that people can do more, then so be it. But I think people had trouble separating the two. And that I think is the piece that's getting lost. All right. Is that we've always had, what have we always had? We've always had one Battle Pass event, correct? And we've always had one other side event. And I'm not talking about auctions because they get sprinkled in. I'm not talking about alliance or officer recruiting leaderboards because those get sprinkled in. All right, but I'm talking about like cosmic cleanup, or I'm talking about surveyor, okay, where you got to do the mining. All right, there's threat reduction with the swarm and Borg. There was wrath or duty, okay, last arc. All right, there was scramble communication, okay, last arc. There has always been that sidebar event, okay? Sidebar event. So the perspective here was that you're still getting your battle pass, of course, okay? And that there was one sidebar event. So what they have done here is basically made 3 sidebar events that now you have an opportunity to choose from, all right? And a lot of people are talking in here. For example, Shinjo, I like your perspective. I'm going to use it. You say it's not pay to play, it's pay to play more, which does have a difference, all right? I've been explaining to people the difference between pay to advance and pay to win, all right? Like we mentioned on the last show. Big Country, do you have a pack that's available for you to go buy a Tier 3 unlock of the new Sulu card? Sure don't.
No.
You sure don't. How are you going to unlock Leonard McCoy and Hikaru Sulu. How are you going to unlock them?
Through the events and through the event store.
Yeah, through the TOS recruit chest. That's where he's going to get them. How do you get shards for the TOS recruit chest? You got to do the events. You got to get them little horns, okay? You got to do the events. Now, can he... Listen, let me ask you, Big, from your perspective. I haven't actually asked this question, so let me ask. Would you rather pay $100 for a pack that gave you the officer, or would you rather pay to do the events that would give you more currency faster? Like, because that's what the tickets are. If you buy the tickets, then you're essentially buying the capability, people. You're not buying the officer outright. You're buying the capability to speed your acquisition of those officers. All right. And the comparative point, Big, the alternative to that is you just buy the officer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, from that perspective, how are you feeling about the ticketed events? Do you like it?
No, I do. I do like it. Like I said, in that, it's not, obviously it's always easier. You just buy a pack at the officer, as opposed to this is you have to buy access and then, do what the event is and then kind of earn it that way, which in theory would, gives you more gameplay. So better bang for your buck, I guess you would say. So that's cool. I like it. I have no complaints over the way they did it. I like it.
Okay. Captain Planets says buying tickets is essentially buying gameplay with rewards. Buying the officer outright is paying not to play, which we have argued. It's paying to skip. It's paying, but that arguably may be the difference between, pay to advance and pay to win. Perception, Scaly, you got it. The perception is really interesting here. Okay, the perception is super, super interested. This is where Game Name says the power of math comes into play. How many free sidebar events do we average per day on a given week? And then going forward with the ticketed events, how many are we going to get? Well, at least, from what I've been able to tell from the calendar, there's still days where we're going to get stuff. Like, you guys take a look at your calendar. Let's take a look at that super duper quick and see what days. So we know that we've got ticketed events during the weekdays. We know that. But we also still have some other stuff. For example, we got the Doomsday Onslaught this past weekend. All right. And Game Name says, let's remove auctions. Okay, I'm cool with that. So we've got TOS Officers, which starts tomorrow, starts Monday. Looks like it lasts, I can't tell if it's 3 or 4 days. And that one is arguable, Game Name, because it is scored by recruiting and upgrading officers. But it is a solo leaderboard. So I mean, there's one that's running for a couple of days. All right. By the way, love this. Coming up Tuesday, then again Thursday, then again February 21st, which I think is a Sunday. You've got Rescue TOS Officers, which is going to be a leaderboard, but I would imagine that goes pretty deep. That is PvE, all right, killing hostiles. Let's see what else we got. We've got Hunt the Factions coming up 3 days, February 22nd, 24th, and 26th. And Hunt the Factions, I mean, golly, Big, that kind of sounds a lot like Wrath or Duty, or perhaps Faction Hunt, except they're calling it Hunt the Factions. Okay, come on. Right? And then we do have the 3 auctions, but hold on, not done. Every Saturday, Big, you're getting a Cosmic Cleanup, which, by the way, got a lot of people over the finish line for their Sarco this past weekend. Guys, think about this. You get 4 for 100 of that currency, but it's showing up every Saturday. So we still have another one on the 20th and the 27th. Arguably, at least, you've got 8 more blueprints coming this arc. All right. So my point is, there's a lot of events here. There's a lot of pay here, because my argument is exactly what Game Name was saying. All right, guys, there's not any less free rewards out there right now. If anything, I may even argue that the free rewards kind of feel better than they've ever been. All right, the normal ticketed events, I normally get 1 event for free every single day. And I still am. I'm getting enough tickets. And by the way, Snake Eyes had asked me to bring this up. Guys, I'm sure most of you guys know this by now, but be aware. You are getting blocks of these tickets in your milestones. You probably hit 1 or 2 milestones over the weekend, potentially. All right? You got to remember, there's 13 event days and 130 tickets being sourced. So if on event day 4, you spend 30 tickets, then that means eventually there's going to come around a day where you don't have tickets to spend. Okay? You got to ration yourself out here a little bit. If you're only going to do one event per day, if you're not going to buy any tickets, that's completely fine. They're giving you 130. There's 13 days. Do the math. If you want to skip a day, then you can make up a day later on, which, by the way, is part of the ethos of the ticketed system. If you have a crazy busy day at the office under the new ticketed event system, it wouldn't have mattered, okay? Wouldn't have mattered because the next day I could have come back and made it up. The next time it was offered anyway, I could have made it up. That is a subliminal beauty of this event for the free-to-play. Okay? Now, listen, if you're going to spend on all 390 tickets, then yeah, you blew it. You missed one. You are setting the bar for yourself. If you buy 390 tickets, if you have set the bar, if you're going to do all 39 events in a single month, you have set that goal for yourself. If you miss one, you done screwed up. But guess what, free-to-play? You have the flexibility of a makeup schedule. You have it easier, which was the point. Spenders, yes, they can get more, but they're also committing to more. They're backing themselves into a corner. If they don't do it, like me, they miss out on the event rewards. Not you, and I'll tell you why. You've got 13 free events, one every single day, just like Scopely has always done, okay? One every single day, except you only need to do 13 out of the 39. What happens when you get to the workplace and your boss has demands and your customers have demands and your coworkers have demands, and then you look at your phone and it's 12:05? What then? No big deal. You can spend your tickets and do 2 events the next day. You see what I'm saying? Listen, free-to-play, I know that it looks like you're only getting a third of the rewards, but that's not the case, okay? You're getting the same rewards that you've always been able to get on your schedule. And further, your choice, okay? If you want to get ore that day, if you want to get crystal that day, if you want to get gas that day, you choose. You get to choose. Not even that. You get to choose your task. If it's going to be easy for you to throw out a couple of helps, if it's going to be easy for you to go run a few armadas, or easy for you to kill some hostiles, whatever it is, you get to choose because you're not committed to doing all 39. You have it better. Now, big, like we said, if you buy the pack, then sure, you're going to get a few more rewards. Big. How many materials? How many billions of steel? How many gazillions of materials? And how many hundreds of officer shards are available in your ticket pack? How many tens of thousands of latinum are in your $100 ticket pack? Go ahead, I'll wait.
None.
Nothing. Wait. No. Did you say nothing?
It's just the tickets.
Did you say nothing?
Tickets, right?
Hold on. Did you say nothing? Just tickets? Oh, no, wait a second.
Yes.
Scopely always puts stuff in the packs. There's always 48 hours of speed ups and 20,000 latinum, blah, 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 blah. Just tickets?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Just tickets. Well, wait, where's the value for you then? Where's all the rewards coming from?
I gotta do the events.
Huh. You got to do the events. What happens if you miss one? Do you get a chance to make it up?
That will be a wasted dinero.
Yeah, so wait a second. If you buy the tickets but you don't use them, that means you're not getting the rewards? Dang. Now, I do want to address this very quickly. Okay? Very quickly, you guys asked in chat, will the tickets be used next month? Will they be able to carry over? Yes. Okay? This currency is permanent. Next month, if you have leftover tickets, like I will, since I didn't get to finish all my events the other day, then yes, I will be able to use them next month. And what's better about this is that at least now you get to choose. If before this model, you took whatever Scopely gave you. I know we have said this a gazillion times. Battle Pass is a great source, and Snake Eyes has made a mug out of it. If you're relying on the refinery, you're not playing the game right. We've always argued that between Battle Pass and events, that's where your materials come from. I don't see a shortage here. 338 uncommon gas is actually about 15% higher than what I have gotten in the past with the events that Scopely has given me. Why? Because what they're giving me in the past broke it up amongst all 3. Do Do you see? Do you see, folks? If on day 1 they're going to pay me gas, on a day 2 they're going to pay me ore, and then on day 3 they're going to pay me crystal, then I might have gotten 338 uncommon, which, by the way, it wasn't. It was about 15% less. But now I can concentrate it into 338 by choosing my events. And that's why the ticketed event, if you really look at this free-to-play, okay, I know it looks like scopelys is just fast-tracking spenders. But you heard it from Big Country. There's nothing in the pack. And not only that, there's no pack to acquire directly anything in this arc. No officer, no research, no ships or objectives, okay? As far as events go, they're not directly acquiring anything. So guys, what they've done is they've taken all of that added value out of the ticket pack and put it into the events. Now you get to choose what you want. So arguably, the free-to-play have the strongest choice. And by the way, yes, the math is accurate. This is, again, for 39, and I think 37 through 39 are roughly the same. Somebody's going to have to double check me, okay? But you can now choose the path to get 338 of the material you choose. And now, instead of directly granting acquisition to things in packs, even the spenders now have to do something to get their value. What do you think, community? I'd like to get your feedback, so leave your comments in the section below. Like this video, and be sure to click on the subscribe button. Click the little bell notifier, too, to be notified of future content that's coming your way. That way you are always in the know. My name is UltimatDjz. This has been another Teaching Trek video. We'll see you next time. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye.